Hey, guess what? The Powerball lottery, which is a game where people can win a lot of money, has reached a really big number for the first time ever. The jackpot, which is the prize you can win, is now a massive 1 billion. That's a lot of zeros. This shows that nowadays, people are talking about money in billions, not just millions. It means that anyone who dreams of having a lot of money can make it happen faster and with less hard work. Exciting, right? Let me tell you a story about a man who became very, very rich, even though he started with just $820. Pay close attention because what he did can teach you something important. This is the best place to learn about money. If you want to be a millionaire one day, click the subscribe button now. It's only 1 cent to join. There's a man named Dan Peña, and he has a really interesting and exciting story. He used to be an ordinary person just like anyone else in America. He even went to war in Vietnam. But when he came back home, he had a dream of starting his own business, and he started with only $820. Can you believe it? His story is considered one of the most amazing and inspiring ones among all the billionaires out there. Once upon a time, there was a future millionaire named Dan Peña. He didn't just wait around, but he used his army experience and friends to make his dream come true. In only 3 years, he turned his $820 into $50 million. And guess what? The next year, he made even more. The first million was the hardest for me. Then the money just kept falling on my head, says Dan, in one of his interviews. Once Dan Peña became very successful and had lots of money, he didn't want to keep it all to himself. He decided to tell other people how he did it, so they could learn too. That's how his first book, Your First Million, came out. When I told my wife about the book, she said people might not want to read it. They want to believe money will come easily without doing anything. But then I realized I didn't want to sell something that's not real or just a trick. Not everyone may want to follow my advice, but those who make the effort should succeed, Peña said in one of the videos on his channel. Dan's first book was a huge hit and made him very famous. He has a special way of teaching people how to do big, amazing things in business, and it's loved by many entrepreneurs. People who go to his private classes to learn about money and business can easily make their first $1 million with his help. He's like a really good teacher for making lots of money. Let me tell you something exciting. The millionaire, Dan Peña, follows some important rules, and he has a secret that helps people become millionaires too. Do you want to know what it is? Well, I'll tell you in just a moment. Men is a separate corporation when talking about how to make money. Most often people do not value themselves in monetary terms. This is the factor Peña alludes to sometimes. When people suggest making more money, it can make you upset because you might think you need to work harder or find extra ways to earn. But what's important is to understand your true value, how valuable your skills and work are. You should focus on moving in the direction where you can get paid fairly for your abilities and efforts. You know, many famous athletes and entertainers are millionaires because they use their special skills really well. If you're good at something too, you can benefit a lot from it. It's super important to always try to get better and better. Successful people spend time, energy, and money on getting better at things, and it's like a really good investment. Enjoy the present, but also consider the future. Dan Peña thinks there are two opposite ways of handling money. One is wasting it all, and the other is being too stingy, not spending anything at all. Some people don't save money and spend too much, even if it's not good for them. They always find reasons to keep living that way, even if it's not smart. On the other hand, some people are so focused on saving money that they don't enjoy anything, and it makes their family and friends unhappy too. It's important to find a balance and spend money wisely. Some people don't realize that life keeps going, whether they have a lot of money or not, when it comes to saving money. Everyone falls into one of these sides. Dan says this happens because people don't really understand the true meaning of saving money. So, it's important to learn how to handle money wisely. This problem has existed for a very long time. When people advise you to save 10% of your money, you might feel discouraged, especially if your paycheck is small. But here's the trick, they didn't mention a specific amount because it's not about how much you have, it's about how you manage your money. You should start by organizing and saving some of your money, no matter how much you earn, asserts Peña. Dan says you should know how much money you have right now, how much you'll have tomorrow, and how much you'll have at the end of the month. Money doesn't solve problems. Lots of people believe that if they had more money, all their money troubles would go away. But the truth is, even if they have a lot or a little money, if they don't handle it wisely, they will still have money problems. If you don't manage your money well, having more money won't solve your problems. Peña asserts. Each person follows a unique path. We're all unique and have different ways of handling money. Some people prefer using credit cards to get rewards and cash back. But others find it easier to manage their money when they only use physical cash, like coins and bills. Both ways are okay, and it's all about what each person likes best. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, says Peña. The important thing is to know what you are good at and what you need help with. As you go through life, work on improving the things you're not so good at, and keep building on the things you are really good at. People are the ones who create money. Dan believes that startups and small businesses are great investments. He thinks they are like simple money worlds that are safe to put your money into, especially because you don't need to invest a huge amount, but you could get a big surprise in return. He also says that even if you don't make a lot of money right away, it's a chance to meet helpful and profitable people who can make things better for you in the future. When you hear the words invest your money, you might think of things like stocks, shares, and portfolios. But let's be honest, you're not an expert in investing, finance, or economics, right? You're just someone with some extra money who wants to make it grow. So, instead of worrying about the complicated stock market and big people making secretive moves, look at what's around you, like local businesses or opportunities that you understand. That way, you can make smart choices and invest wisely. The frustrating truth. Money is just money. It can come and go in your life pretty easily. How much money you have depends on what you do with it. But what's even more important, according to Dan, is to pay attention to time. In life, money isn't the most important thing. We all have different things we care about the most. For many people, family, health, friends, and faith are more important than money. When you spend lots of time working to earn a living, it's easy to forget about what truly matters in life. Some people keep thinking about money all the time. It's a good idea to take a pause every now and then and remember what's really important to you. If you refuse to accept defeat, you won't find victory. Not many people are willing to fight for their wealth. Just because things are tough and you think getting more money seems impossible, it doesn't mean you should give up. It's important to be honest with yourself if you're facing challenges. When you admit that you're having a hard time, it can help you think about the situation and find ways to improve. Life can be like a big circle, and depending on how you handle it, you might end up either poor or rich. That's all for today. This channel is all about money and how to manage it well. If you want to learn more and become successful with money, don't forget to subscribe. It's like joining a special club where you can learn amazing tips to become rich and successful.